Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, man. Today we have a Lakers trade idea. It's with Mo Bamba. We've got the trade deadline on Thursday. It's currently Monday when I'm making this video, and I think everyone on planet Earth who watches NBA basketball would agree with the statement. The Lakers, they need to make a move, man. Even if it's not Russell Westbrook, or trading away Russell Westbrook, they need to do something, man. I'm thinking the Lakers do probably 3 moves. I think one of them will be in the buyout market. I think one of them will be like a more bigger trade, nothing like crazy, but maybe like a Harrison Barnes, Buddy Hield, and then I think they'll have one kind of low-key trade. Mo Bamba would definitely classify as a big-time move. I mean, Mo this season, he's having a much better year, but before we get into it, if you guys enjoy it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Post Lakers content pretty much every single day. Mo Bamba, 23 years old, he's 7 feet tall, and he has a wingspan of 7 feet and 10 inches. This season, finally, man, it's his 4th year in the NBA, and he finally has been given an opportunity to get minutes. Finally, man, it took him long enough. This dude's got a 7'10" wingspan, and it took him 4 years to get this guy going. But he was a project. He was a project, as a lot of young athletes are. But he would do so much, man. This season, 26 minutes per game, 10 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks. I mean, that's probably the best part about his game. But if you think that's it, you're mistaken. He's shooting 35% from downtown. So this does a lot for the Lakers, man. There are a couple of games below 500. Personally, I don't think Russell Westbrook should be getting all of the hate for what's been going on in LA recently, like just not really exceeding expectations or living up to expectations this year. I mean, we're over halfway through the season and they're below 500. Who would have thought that was going to happen when they traded for Russ, when they picked up Melo, they got all these guys? Who would have thought? So Mo Bamba, you'd be able to throw him at the 5. And like I said, he's averaging about 2 blocks per game. He's pretty much been averaging over a block and a half throughout his entire career. And keep in mind, this is the first season where he's averaged more than 15 minutes. So the rim protection on Mo Bamba is unbelievable. I mean, he is so freakishly athletic. But for Anthony Davis's sake, man, I hate the fact that Anthony Davis just does not like playing the center position whatsoever. I feel like he's such a good player, man. If his heart was in it, if he had, like, I saw a comment the other day, if he had the work ethic or just mindset of Giannis Antetokounmpo, what would Anthony Davis be like? Well, I just don't know what's been going on with Anthony Davis. Recently, he's been becoming kind of a diva. This season, it's been in check. I mean, he's always in check, but I'm just always so surprised that Anthony Davis doesn't like playing that 5 position. But when you go up against guys like Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, Nikola Jokic, I guess it does make sense, especially for longevity. So this would give the Lakers a dominant duo in Mo Bamba at the 5 and Anthony Davis at the 4. This would be an immediate upgrade over Dwight Howard and DeAndre Jordan, who, I had my hopes pretty high. I guess that was my mistake, because I had my hopes pretty high for the Lakers big men this season. I thought DeAndre Jordan was going to have enough gas in the tank to kind of be useful for this Lakers team. Well, I was completely mistaken. DeAndre Jordan has been terrible for the Lakers. If he were to get traded, or if DJ were to get dropped, I don't know if a team would sign him again. That might just be the end of DeAndre Jordan in the NBA. He's not even serviceable. In my opinion, he's not even serviceable. So, even if the Lakers wanted to get creative here and there throughout some rotations, where you have Anthony Davis at the 5 and then you have Mo Bamba at the backup 5, they can do that. But Dwight Howard's serviceable. He's definitely serviceable, but like half the other players on the Lakers, he's getting up there in age, and so you got to worry about longevity heading into the playoffs. I think if you were to get Mo Bamba, I think you're just really setting your future for the rest of the season up a lot better as far as longevity goes. I mean, you're getting a 23-year-old dude who, fresh legs, who's not 36 years old, man. That's really what it comes down to, is Mo Bamba. The thing is, too, I understand where a lot of Lakers fans are coming from, where they're like, they don't want to go after a guy who doesn't have championship experience, a guy who doesn't even maybe have playoff experience. In Mo Bamba's case, I think being here for 4 seasons, unfortunately never been to the playoffs. I think being here for the last 4 seasons, 4 years in the NBA, I think that should be enough for Mo Bamba. Some people, when you're under the lights of the playoffs, especially when you're under the lights of LA's playoffs, there's a lot of pressure, man. There's a lot of pressure. And I think Mo Bamba, after just kind of holding it down on the bench for the last 3+ seasons, I think he's honestly probably very hungry to get to the playoffs in general, but to be in the spotlight, to be on a team like the Lakers where expectations are high, man. If you're not playing good, Lakers Nation is going to let you know. There's no excuses. I think Mo Bamba at this point in his career would be up for the task, but man, one thing is just so abundantly clear. The Lakers need to do something. They need to do something. I've even seen some trades for guys like Kendrick Williams. Just, they need to do something. Don't forget about the buyout market, though, too, man. Don't forget about the buyout market. It seems like we're going to have a slow trade season. I know that might sound a little interesting because, we've already, Karis LeVert got traded yesterday. We've already seen a couple of trades with Norman Powell being traded on Friday. Or was it Saturday? It might have even been Saturday. But basically what I'm trying to say here is a bunch of these dudes might not get traded. Like, I'm viewing a guy like Robin Lopez. Say Robin Lopez doesn't get traded, Orlando might want to just cut him. They might just want to cut him and move in guys like Okiki and Mo Bamba if Mo Bamba doesn't get traded. More playing time for them. So you got to remember, like, there should be at least one, I would imagine more realistically, 2 to 3 enticing buyout players that will be realistic options for the Lakers. Robert Covington might even be a buyout option. Like, you never know. You never know until, honestly, after the trade deadline when all those guys didn't end up getting traded. So, man, this Lakers season has been a roller coaster. I'm not too worried about them. I still have them as my pick to win the NBA Finals. I'm still holding true to that. But Russell Westbrook, man, I think he's going to have to come off of the bench. Or at least I think Frank Vogel's going to have to go around and try to play him off of the bench. But I think one thing needs to be done. I mean, you need to get rid of Talen Horton-Tucker, not because, I don't think Talen's going to turn into a good player, but Talen's like your most enticing, valuable asset that you have that is tradable. And hopefully you can get like at least one solid starter and or 2 like key super solid bench players. So drop some comments down below. Should the Lakers trade for Mo Bamba? If not, who should they trade for? Hit the like button, hit that sub button as always, and I'll see you guys later.